Hi, friends. The cases I want to discuss with you today are a bit of a grim nature because I've picked them up from um, the concerning presentations over the last 1 week. I call them grim because unfortunately none of them survived to see the next. Now, first one was a 72-year-old lady who was not seen for weeks. So somebody concerned um, checked on them and realized that they have been locked up in their house and have been sat on the bed for weeks. They were very dehydrated and confused. They had a background of very poor ejection fraction, heart barely pumping, and because acutely dehydrated, the sodium was 167. We started them with some fluid resuscitation in the emergency department, but had to be very careful because their heart couldn't pump more. We covered them with some antibiotics, admitted under medical team, but unfortunately, they died 2 days later. There was a 75-year-old man who recently diagnosed to have stomach cancer, was visiting his family, and he wanted to visit his family before his chemotherapy. He had a first seizure. Now, with a cancer patient, you tend to do a CT of the head to check if there is any secondaries in the brain, which may be because the seizure, leading to the seizure. Now, he also had a slight drop in sodium. It was 130. His usual is around 135, and their uh, sodium had their blood levels had slightly dropped. Now I asked the medical team to admit him because we weren't sure if whatever happened could happen again. Unfortunately, again he had a seizure episode in the night and a massive hematemesis. He collapsed after that and could not be resuscitated. Next one was a lady who presented to the department complaining of severe chest pain radiating to the back and then suddenly collapsed. She had a massive aortic dissection at the root of the aorta and unfortunately when CPR was started she had a cardiac tamponade. And then a lady who had collapsed at home, she was brought into the hospital with 2 hours of CPR. She did not survive. Sometimes all you can think of as clinicians, do your best, let God do the rest.